What's up, guys? Here's my trade recap for the day on NQ. Today is Wednesday, February 12th. So you can see at 7:30 a.m. here we had CPI data released, and it looks like it was bad. Pretty big dip here, actually insanely massive dip. So this is a pretty large fair value gap or imbalance in the market. And so the way that I trade, I really interpret the stock market as being open from 8:30 to 9:30. That's Central Time, so I guess the 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern. And so that's the only time that I take trades. And I start to watch and look at it maybe around 8:15, 8:20, just to see where we're at. And I noticed that we were in a consolidation range after the big dip. This range right here. And what my expectation was is that after this huge move, we would just kind of consolidate within this channel for a while. And so I did notice that we were in this range. So I'm going to delete those just because it's a lot to look at. But there's a couple other things I noticed. I noticed a trend. We were in a sharp downtrend from here to around here. This is kind of when I started watching the market. And I also noticed that simultaneously we were in an uptrend. And so I would guess you could call this a flag, where it's working its way out of this. At some point it's going to burst through. And so right before the market opened at 8:30, it slammed through here, and then we were above the 9, and we were above the 9, and the 9 was above the 20. And so I was looking to take a long because there's a lot of factors showing bullishness in the market. I saw this huge imbalance. I saw that we were breaking out of this downtrend, and I saw we were riding an uptrend. So I actually oversized and did this trade improperly at first, and I took it again to nail it. But I entered with 5 contracts here, and I got stopped out pretty much right away on, I think it was this candle. Kind of hard to see if we zoom in here. Within here I got stopped out, and after this candle got sucked up right here, I entered again, 1 contract at a time as it was riding up, because I saw that it hit this range, it was still riding this, and this is I guess 2 minutes after the market opened, so it was clearly not going to sell off anymore, and my stop was right here. And there's another thing I noticed here too. These 2 candles, this is a enveloping candle, so this is a red sell-off, and then a green buy candle, which is larger than the previous candle. And this is often a good place to enter trades. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. So there's just a lot of things showing that this market was going to be strong. So I entered my max size, and I actually made 1,600. So I made 2687 just off of this 1 candle with 5 contracts. And so imagine if this wasn't a combine account, I didn't have a max, and I could have just sat here and let it run up until it broke the 9. That would have been, if this is 2,500, let's even just look at what that would have been. So let's just assume it was here. So before it would have broken, let's just say I got out on this. So 2.5. So, about 6,500. Pretty crazy gain for a 50K account. And so, yeah, that's all I'm looking to do today. I passed this combine. So you can see this up here, it says February 11th. So I started it yesterday. And so you can see my balance, 53,000. So yesterday I had a $1,500 gain. Today I had a 16, so I passed this combine. So we can go back and look at the yesterday's trade as well. I'm sure you're looking to see that. The way that I trade 1.5 to 1 risk to reward. So 1,500 gain, $1,000 loss. Where is it? Here we go. So not the greatest trading on this one for me. There was a lot of in and out, but you know, at the end of the day, I did end up with a $1,500 gain. So I wasn't watching during this period, and then I came in around 9. What was the news here? Oh yeah, Powell was testifying, so I wanted to wait until that movement happened. So I tried to ride it, and I think I had some losses. I was down, and then okay, yeah, I'm actually going to remove these just because it's a lot to look at, but you can see all my trades in here. I can show you the point that I passed it. Oh. It was right in here, and so we can see that, so we're an uptrend after this. We're staying in uptrend after this Powell testifying news. And so I got in, I think after this red hammer candle, because it was confirming strength in this zone. So I got in here and I wrote it up just a little bit somewhere in here, and that was my $1,500 trade. And so that's it really. I mean, I'm not looking to make crazy moves. I get really anxious holding for long periods of time, so I prefer to scalp, get in and get out. Less things can happen when you're scalping. You know, you're in for a few minutes. And so yeah, that's the way that I trade, and that's how I pass this combine. And so tomorrow I'm going to trade the same account, but I'm going to trade smaller just to so I'll be risking 500 instead of 1,000, so looking for a 750 gain. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, nice to meet everyone.